I don't know how to be anything but myself. I probably shouldn't say this because then my inbox is gonna be f***ed after I say this. Oh. But I was like, you should do Lassie. Like, you should do like a dog. I mean, modesty, they should just take that word out of it because I'm like walking around naked essentially.
When do you feel the most gay? In rehearsals for the MC, during Trixie Mattel's makeup, or when you're having sex with a man? Welcome to the Logo Spill Bar, where tea is always on the menu.
Okay, I've got a little tea for you.
We brought the bar all the way across the country for a special season of New York Mess.
We're in New York, baby!
Yay! How you doing?
I'm gonna be drunk.
I'm your bartender and host, Johnny Sibilly, and today's guest can take me for a midnight ride. Okay. This Grammy-nominated Rhinestone Cowboy's been oiled up on the cover of Paper Magazine, collabed with Kylie Minogue, and now this bitch is making his Broadway debut as the MC in Cabaret. So grab a stiff one, cause it's about to get cut-tree with Orville Peck.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, I know that deep voice.
This is very cute.
Oh, thank you.
And your outfit's very cute.
Oh, thank you.
Hi. Don't get up.
Like I'm pinned to this.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm
so
very
happy
well.
to have you.
Thanks.
Welcome. Cheers.
Cheers.
To us. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a non-alcoholic beer.
Like Kyle Richards.
Does Kyle Richard drink non-alcoholic beer?
Yeah, every time she orders something on the Beverly Hills Housewives, she's like, "Do you have non-alcoholic beer?"
I haven't watched Housewives in a few years. I think both Beverly Hills and New York got so unhinged that I was like, I feel like this is almost like a conflict of interest to watch people acting like that. like it feels almost like something wrong about it, but I'd be down to revisit.
Well, Orville, congratulations. You're back in NYC because you're headed to Broadway.
Broadway, yes.
You're joining the cast of Cabaret as the MC. You've been busy in rehearsal with Broadway darling, Eva Noblezada, the Sally to your MC in Cabaret. How's it going?
So much fun. I forgot how hard
Yeah.
it is. I'm just like completely exhausted after a day of rehearsal. You know, it's like a very busy part, and so there's a lot to kind of wrap my head around. And
But once it's in you,
yeah, exactly.
you.
Yeah.
obviously.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Broadway. You said that playing the MC is your dream role. Why is this one a dream role over the other potential Broadway debuts?
It's always been a role I wanted to play since I was little and doing theater. It's actually crazy. I've been keeping journals since I was like 7 years old.
Wow.
And they're very like, today I did this type journals, you know? And so that's kind of cool to always be able to look back on. When I found out the news that I was cast, I remembered a journal entry and I went through like all these journals from around like 13, 14. And I found the journal entry. And one day I wish I could play the MC on Broadway.
Oh my,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that makes me want to cry.
It makes me want to cry. It's like...
Okay, so what you need to do is that you need to photocopy that journal entry and you need to get your playbill and you need to frame those side by side because dreams come true.
It's crazy, it's true.
Oh my God. Okay, so Alan Cumming, Joel Grey, Adam Lambert, Eddie Redmayne. Who gave your favorite performance?
I am always a bit of a purist about things, and so obviously like Joel Grey is like the blueprint,
right?
You know, I mean, he built what every single person that's ever done the MC, that is built off of what Joel Grey created. But my favorite stylistically has got to probably be Alan Cumming.
We love Alan.
Yeah.
Is he coming to see it?
I hope so.
So the MC is one of Broadway's most iconic characters in their catalog. What is your MC bringing to the table?
I think my MC is bringing sort of a snotty, devilish kind of schoolboy attitude of like the bad kid in class.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Cabaret is the story of a nightclub that celebrated gender and sexuality inside its walls, but outside was oppressive. Sound familiar? As someone who notoriously creates space for the community, how do you think we protect queer art today?
For many years, I never really understood how important the term visibility is. It can be an overused term in some ways, but like being in spaces, and particularly sometimes spaces that are not traditionally queer, if you can engage and partake and have your own point of view, then your mark is there and they can't get rid of that, you know?
Yeah, there's almost a confidence in that you belong in whatever space that you walk in. And I think that's really special.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like I think of myself as someone who's really had to work on my confidence over the years, you know? Like I don't feel like I'm a confident person.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't know how to be anything but myself. So like it hasn't always worked out well, but you know, like I don't really know how to be anyone else.
Well, you get on that stage, honey, and you are confident. Woo!
Yeah.
You were bestowed the incredible honor of being a Snatch Game character. Molly Poppins played you on RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. That was terrible.
Leave that in.
It's time for you to tell us, what Snatch Game character would you pick?
Okay, I got a little tea for you. So Gottmik is a dear friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I knew that Gottmik was going on All Stars, and you know, Mick was like telling a few of us like options of people for a Snatch Game, and I was like, you should do Lassie. Like you should do like a dog. And at first Mick was like, what? And then the more Mick thought about it and then had all these amazing ideas for it, and I was like, yeah. So, I mean, that was sort of like my contribution to a Snatch Game character.
I love those like obscure ones because I feel like you can go so many places with them.
Yeah, I think the pitfall of Snatch Game is people try to be like funny people, and it just like never works. Like you have to be someone sort of like obtuse, you know, I think.
All right, let's talk about the husband. Sorry, the music. You recently released a fantastic album of collaborations called Stampede, where you worked with artists like Willie Nelson, T.J. Osborne, and the Kylie Minogue. By the way, I saw you guys at LA Pride, and it was so f***ing good. Need to know, what was the level of gay panic working with Kylie Minogue?
I mean, I have loved Kylie since I was really little. Like, I grew up in South Africa, and Kylie is like so massive there, you know? I mean, not that she's not massive here, but Kylie's like a complete household name there. It was wild from the start with her because I DM'd her and just was like, I have this idea to do like a disco country thing. And she was like, oh yeah, of course. Like, here's my number. Like, it was so easy. I mean, I was really nervous before I met her, but then once you're around Kylie, she is genuinely just such a sweet, caring, lovely person. You know, like I hung out backstage with her when we did our performance, and I was in her little compound backstage, and like, she knows like every single person's name. She's like got jokes with it. Like, she's just a lovely, genuinely nice person. So you feel at ease, you know?
She's one of those smiles that like lights up a room, so I can only imagine just...
Yeah, there's a reason she's like gay icon, because like she is like every queer person's best friend. It's like that vibe.
Before Stampede, you worked with drag superstar, makeup guru, and business leader Trixie Mattel on her song Jackson. Who's the bigger diva, you or Trixie?
The reason Trixie and I think get along so well is we are white trash pumpkins at heart. And so like, neither of us really, you know what I mean? Like, I think the thing that we sort of laugh about is like both of us living in Hollywood and being around all that and whatever. I think her and I find a lot of humor in people that are swept up in that because we just kind of think it's silly. So I think neither of us really, but if I had to give an answer, Trixie.
Speaking of another diva, how gagged were you to see Beyonce's Cowboy Carter take home not just the Grammy for Album of the Year, but Best Country Album, making Beyonce the first Black woman to win the award after being snubbed by the CMAs?
I mean, I think it's amazing. I think particularly in country categories, we see so many of the same nominees every single year. It's shocking to me that it's like 2025 and there was such a like, oh my God. It's why has it taken that long for country to diversify, right? And of course, like I'm also sort of an outlier in country because of who I am. And so I'm always gonna champion anybody who is doing the same.
With Beyonce, it was like, when she first came out, everyone's like, she sounds real country. And then when she puts out country music, people are like, but not like that. You know,
girl,
did you ever feel that when you were coming out?
Well, because when they're saying not that, they don't mean the music you're making. And that's just like the truth, right? I mean, it speaks to like a bigger battle in that genre particularly, right?
Well, you're winning.
Hi, thanks.
Let me list off a few things. Cowboy Carter, Chaperone's country song The Giver, Lana Del Rey's upcoming album Lasso. Do you think we are living through the countrification of pop or the popification of country?
I think we've already been living through the popification of country for the last 20 years, if you ever turn on country radio. I think what we are living through, which is really lovely actually, is the realization that country music is, sort of like the most American genre because it was, born here, and it was born at a time in this country where, unless you are indigenous to this country, everyone was a foreigner.
Yeah.
And everyone was like contributing different things. I mean, I talk about this a lot, but like the banjo is an African instrument, the pedal steel is like Hawaiian, cowboy hats, cowboy culture, that's all Mexican. I mean, everything that is very iconic about country music, it's diverse. Like it comes from a diverse beginnings. And so I think the cool thing is now is Americans of any type are realizing like, oh, this isn't something I'm excluded from. Actually, this is available to me as well. And I can wear a cowboy hat and not feel like I'm being ironic or whatever. It's like, it looks good and I want to wear it.
Yeah, they do look good.
Yeah.
I tried one on the other day. I was like, oh.
I know, I saw.
Orville, you're a gay cowboy making country feel like tree. But you're not alone. I'm gonna rattle off some artists and you can tell me if they're country or tree.
Okay.
Lil Nas X. Willie Nelson.
Country and
Trinity the Tuck Taylor.
country.
Emphasis on the Reba McEntire.
Country.
Yes. Dolly Parton.
Country.
Tim McGraw.
Country.
Just country. Shania Twain.
Country.
Yes. Brandy Carlisle.
Country.
Maren Morris.
Country.
Yes. Carrie Underwood.
Who?
And that was country or tree. Yeehaw. Oh God, not that.
It was a cute one.
Okay, let's pivot because we need to talk about that Paper magazine shoot. I, like many gay men, posted that oiled up ass booty shot on my Instagram story as journalism intends. I'm assuming the DMs were so lit your phone went up in flames?
It was kind of bananas, yeah.
It was bananas, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Again, when I did that shoot, like obviously I knew what I was doing and we were doing what the mission statement was. But like I never like assume anything. And so I was sort of like, oh, right, yeah. And it's funny, like I probably shouldn't say this because then I'm gonna get my inbox is gonna be f***ed after I say this. But I don't get very many like what I feel are sort of like thirsty, disrespectful DMs. Like this is gonna sound kind of corny, but like I get a lot of queer people DMing me with like pretty heartfelt stories about maybe what they've found in my music or what I'm doing in country and stuff like that. Like my DMs are mostly that.
Yeah.
But now I don't know. Now I'm gonna be bombarded maybe. But
just ass.
So it was a new experience. I was like, okay, well.
Yeah, when you were shooting that, were you cold? Or?
It was the summer in Los Angeles, but I was, they gave me a modesty thong that, they wear on like, in like sex scenes in movies and stuff. And like, I mean, modesty, they should just take that word out of it because it's really, there's no modesty involved. And so I'm like walking around naked essentially, but it was interesting.
Yeah, different. I love that. Okay, after that Paper magazine shoot, we know Orville has pecs and Orville likes pecs. We've decided to show you the pecs of some of America's biggest stars, and you tell us who they are in our game called Orville's Pecs. All right, I'm gonna show you pecs, and you tell me what celebrity it is.
Oh God. Well, is that Harry Styles? No. I'm so bad. No, Harry is a butterfly. That's, are these people I'm gonna know? I'm like terrible at pop culture, right?
Maybe.
I don't know who's that tattooed, like Zayn Malik or something?
Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Sorry.
Justin's pecs.
Sorry to him. I mean, from the jacket and the fringe, I'm gonna say Lil Nas.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
Woo.
That could be anybody.
I mean, that's
Or is it really obvious?
up and coming, newer.
Benson Boone?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
Look at
he's
that.
obsessed with showing his
His pecs.
pecs now.
Ooh, iconic pecs.
Okay, Arnie?
Arnie at work.
Oh my god, yes.
You guys on that kind of name?
Well, I used to work out at Gold's Gym in Venice. I'd see him all the time.
Oh, work.
Yeah.
This one's easy.
Oh, really? I don't know who that is.
Look at the hints.
I have no idea.
Usher.
Usher's that jacked?
Yeah, honey. Who's this? I don't even know who the. Oh, he's got a brother.
He's got a brother. Okay, let me think for a sec. He has a brother. Is it like an Efron?
Zac Efron.
Okay, someone's been watching The Traitors.
Oh, this is an iconic chest.
Is that like The Rock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Well, that's The Rock in this picture.
Diplo. Not the fast answer.
I didn't say it. You did. And that was Orville's pecs. Before we move into a spicy round of sip or spill, I'm curious, when do you feel the most gay? In rehearsals for the MC, during Trixie Mattel's makeup, or when you're having sex with a man?
When I'm doing all three at once? No. I mean, when do I feel the most gay? I mean, all the time, honestly. But doing Trixie's makeup, well, I mean, all I was focused on doing Trixie's makeup was like, I was really intent on like doing, I'm like an overachiever. So I was like, this is my career now, you know? So
This is who I am.
yeah, I'm like, I kept saying Mua, which is like, I've been dragged for, but
The Mua.
yeah, I'm a Mua and I'm proud of it.
All right, let's lube you up for some sip or spill. Woo! Cheers.
Cheers.
Craving more mess? All new episodes of Logo Spill drop Tuesdays and Thursdays.
You're watching Logo Spill. Please subscribe. Do it now, baby. Yes! You and my yes.